not going anywhere. You need to drop it.
What to do? You guys don't have a goddamn f***ing right to be doing this to me.
Sit down.
I'm a citizen of this country.
Being arrested for a crime you did not commit is one of the worst nightmares anyone can imagine. In today's video, we will discuss 3 horrific situations where corrupt cops arrest innocent citizens. Starting with the case of Yessie Garcia. On May 24th, 2020, Yessie and her boyfriend returned to the parking lot from a club and learned that their car's windshield had been damaged. The reason for the damage was this stomp by a random person. However, what Yessie did not know was that just 20 minutes earlier, officers from Scottsdale PD had started investigating a hit and run less than 2 blocks away. Sergeant Brian Steele and Officer Nicholas Fay arrived at the scene, they saw the cracked windshield, and immediately decided to pin the blame on Yessie, something she could not have imagined in her wildest dreams.
Your car was just involved in a hit and run collision where a pedestrian was hit. And don't make faces like you don't know what I'm talking, but listen to me. Listen to me. Leaving the scene of an injury accident is a felony. This isn't my first day. I know that you were driving and you were worried about it because you're drinking. If you continue, listen to me.
My cigarettes. You can ask the hi-fi security guard.
Then how did your car have damage on your windshield?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Listen to me. Because of the nature of the incident and the injuries, if you continue to say we don't know that you're driving and you don't know what happened to your car, we're going to do DNA tests and all sorts of other things to the car, and it's going to show that you were in the driver's seat.
The officer is already making assumptions regarding what happened. Even though Yessie tells him to ask the club's security guard, the cop simply ignores her and continues to treat her like a criminal. Her boyfriend tries to jump in, but is treated similarly.
But the problem is, I'm not going to listen to you because you're lying to me. The problem is, as you guys left, we're involved in a collision, you panicked, you pulled over here.
No, we did not. Okay. You cannot pin that. You're not pinning that on us because that is not.
You're not listening to me.
I'm listening to you. You're saying that this vehicle was involved.
Listen, stop talking for a second. You're not listening to me.
Let me show you the transaction. Let me show you the transaction.
I don't need to see the transactions.
Why? Why? Because it validates my truth?
No, there's evidence that you can't dispute.
That's not evidence about anything.
There's a person that hit the windshield.
Nobody hit the windshield. Okay. This car...
All right, I'm not going to argue with you, man.
Officers refused to believe that Yessie and her friend had come from the nightclub and started fabricating lies, presumably to pressure Yessie into a confession. The only problem for them is that Yessie is completely innocent and has no idea about what happened.
She was driving. I'm not stupid. We have witnesses and we have cameras. I'm trying to help protect you guys now because now you're lying to us. She has glass on her clothing like an explosion, like small shards of glass.
A few moments later, Yessie is seen sitting on the sidewalk with officers flashing lights on her top to check for the non-existent shards of glass.
You look from the angle, there's little specks of it on her shirt. Yeah.
Refusing to listen to anything, Yessie was finally arrested. She was charged with possession of drug paraphernalia, 2 counts of driving under the influence, and failure to stop at the scene of an accident causing injury or death.
I said I didn't do this. That's all I could say, and I just wanted them to believe me.
Back at the station, Yessie Garcia was about to face more inhumane treatment as she was stripped to collect evidence of glass. She was also subjected to a blood draw where she faced more rude behavior.
That was the first thing. And then they walked me out, they sat me down in this chair.
Okay, can I see that?
When we're done, I don't have time to waste reading documents. I've served you, that's all I need to do. And if you don't put your arm out, you're going to be strapped down. We don't want that. Put your arm out so we don't have to tie you down like an animal.
He also misses her vein and then blames her.
See, you made me miss by moving.
Another absurd part of the arrest was that the officers did talk to the security guard of the club and even checked surveillance footage. But despite clear evidence of a stomp on her windshield and the fact that the car was never out of camera view for more than 40 seconds, the officers called that evidence inconclusive.
The call came out at 10:48. So if we go back to like 10:40.
A lawsuit against the police department awarded Yessie $200,000. However, the cops involved in her arrest got off without any serious accountability. Sergeant Brian Steele received a 40-hour suspension, and Officer Fay was suspended for 20 hours. Next, we will cover the case of 25-year-old Sylvester Hayes. On October 16, 2021, Hayes was on his way to get breakfast for his kids when he was pulled over for failing to stop at a stop sign. Little did he know that this seemingly ordinary traffic stop was about to turn into a nightmare.
Okay, well, what's your information? That's all.
Yeah, I'm finna go get something for my baby, something to eat.
Okay, hey, if you're good, sir, you're good.
Sylvester showed his ID to the officers who had already run his plates and got him mixed with another suspect with the same first name. So when the officer asks Sylvester to step out, he is visibly shocked and refuses to do that.
Come on, step out for me. I'll explain it to you. I know, step out. I'll explain everything.
No, sir. Tell me why. I didn't give you permission to open.
Right now, you are being detained. Come on and step out.
Hey, yeah, I'm
Hayes is informed that he is being detained, but he fails to understand why. But within moments, his car is surrounded by cops. The situation escalates from there.
Come on and step out, bro. Come on and step out. Come on and step out. You're gonna get tased. Come on and step out. Come on and step out. Come on and step out.
Bro,
step out.
What are y'all? Man, hold on, bro. What are y'all?
Come on and step out.
Y'all pulling on me for what?
Come on and step out.
Bro, this is my gun. Bro, this is my bro. My
yeah,
my bro, what the No, I'm not, man. Bro, look at y'all. Bro, what are y'all doing? Bro! Help! They hurting me!
Hayes continues to shout and plead with the cops and tells them they have the wrong man. But to no avail. He is forced towards the police car, where multiple cops continue to try and restrain him, even tying his feet at one point.
I don't got no felony. I don't got no felony. Get in the car. Bro, help! Stop. Get in there. Well, y'all hurting me. Get in the car. Bro, hold it up. That is our gun. It is in my name. Bro, you don't question my passion. Stop. I'm a very intelligent black man. Stop. I don't care. All right. Stop. Bro, look at me. Stop. Bro, look at you hurting me, man. You're the one acting. Bro, y'all in big trouble, bro. Y'all don't even understand, y'all.
Officers finally succeed in forcing Hayes into their car.
All right, let's get him up.
All right.
Leg restraints are off. Ready, 1, 2, 3, up.
Y'all are in big trouble, man. Y'all are in big, I can't even get up. Damn, you a black man, you gonna let them do this in your house? You gonna let them do me to Damn, man. Do you see how?
In the meantime, cops have figured out that this may not be their suspect. The gun recovered from him is also clean.
That's my weapon, bro. Come on, you a black man. Look how they doing me. I got 4 kids, man. I got 4 kids at the house, man.
Finally, one officer starts to listen, and a desperate Hayes pleads his case once again.
I came in late for everything.
And they handled me so rough, sir. I complied. I said, what am I being stopped for? I didn't give nobody no attitude or anything, sir. I got 4 kids that was waiting on me right now. They're hungry. I'm trying to go feed them, man. I don't know. Like they say, I failed the signal at the stop sign.
The stop sign? Okay.
I mean, I was wrong for that. Yes.
So that was the reason for contact for the stop. Okay.
Yes, I understand that. And I was gonna tell them, like, what am I being detained for? I don't have any warrant.
What is your name?
Not for family violence or anything.
What is your name?
Sylvester Hayes.
Sylvester Hayes.
The name of a champion. And they doing this because they, bro, I don't know if it's because my skin is.
It has nothing to do with the skin.
Look how they handled me, sir. I didn't do anything to deserve
there was a gun, right?
But I wasn't pulling. I told him I had a weapon. I told him this.
Okay.
I told him this. This is my name.
Okay.
It is now clear that the man in cuffs in the back of the car is not a criminal. He is a father trying to provide for his kids. This whole situation would have been totally avoidable had the first officers on the scene done their job properly. It's time to let Sylvester Hayes go, but instead, the officers shockingly start to discuss what charges they can bring against the innocent man.
You called to stop him because y'all looked at his name and his picture earlier and could identify him?
We couldn't see it in the car. So that's the thing.
We have a traffic violation.
You got
We have the
traffic
traffic violation, yeah.
Because of
So-
reason for contact.
Yeah, so I wasn't going to be like, oh, it's an investigative stop and then it turns into like, no. So we were going to get...
So when the pistol come back clean, stolen?
It was clean.
Clean, okay. Double check with the jail sergeant on the UCW charge.
Okay.
All right. Just to make sure, because we got new laws now.
Yeah.
Right. So if he's not a felon, but not convicted of one, that's different. Any drugs in the car?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay. Y'all just searched the car.
Yeah, they haven't said anything.
Okay.
So.
That's fine. And then what was his injury?
Nothing.
But if he resisted, he resisted. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
he just
so we got
resisted.
him on that, right?
Yeah.
So that we're good. So yeah. So just find out.
Hayes was ultimately charged with resisting arrest and unlawful possession of a weapon and held in jail for several days. His charges were dismissed more than a year later, and he is now bringing a lawsuit against the police department and multiple officers. Hayes was arrested in a case of mistaken identity, but sometimes bad cops will just fabricate evidence to incriminate an innocent citizen, like in the case of Yessie Garcia. Next, we will cover yet another case of hasty cops and mistaken identity concerning Charlotte's very own Jasmine Horn. On June 15, 2021, Horn was on her way back to her house after a workout class. She was sitting in her car when she saw a police officer walking out of his car with a gun pointing at her.
Your hands up!
I live here.
What's your name?
Jasmine Horn.
Step out the car. Jasmine Horn?
Yes.
All right, face the car.
I live here.
Okay, face the car. Put your hands behind your back.
Jasmine was detained because the police mistook her for a suspect who had the same last name and a similarly spelled first name. The real suspect was wanted in an assault with a deadly weapon incident where a man suffered severe stab wounds. However, Horn is a school teacher in Charlotte and does not understand why she is being put in cuffs.
This bag come off? You alright?
Yeah.
Alright. You got anything on you? Any kind of weapons, anything like that?
No.
Alright.
Despite being visibly shaken up, Jasmine does well to not make this terrible situation worse. She avoids resisting and only asks the officers for an explanation. However, so far it seems that the officers are very sure that they have the right person.
Just take a deep breath. You're all right.
You got anything in your shoes or anything? No weed, nothing like that?
No.
Okay.
I don't smoke. I'm a school teacher. I
got
don't
you.
understand what's going on.
Okay, I'll explain everything to you in just a second.
I just finished working out. I don't know what's going on.
Okay. Good?
Yeah.
Alright, have a seat for me. Go ahead and turn their car radio like silent so you can't hear it. Turn the volume all the way down.
One officer pats her down before putting her in the back of the police car, and that's when they finally decide to verify the identity of the innocent woman they have just put in cuffs.
Yeah, she's okay.
Okay. Her mom's on the phone.
Okay, who are you to her?
I'm her grandmother.
Grandmother. Okay. And what's her name?
Jasmine.
Jasmine. Do you know a Jasmine Horn? She's inside?
They talking about
She was going to get somebody. I thought. Do you know a Jasmine? Jasely? Not her twin, I don't think.
This whole interaction between the cop and Jasmine's grandmother is quite bizarre and shows that the officers arrested Jasmine without knowing her identity. They are looking for Jaslyn, not Jasmine Horn. So it's quite strange that they put Jasmine Horn in handcuffs so confidently. They are looking for a stabbing suspect, and all they have is a name and no confirmation.
And this is Jaleesa.
Yeah,
Right.
we're not looking for Jaleesa. You know a Jaslyn.
Jaslyn.
Jan, maybe you can explain these names to them.
Yeah, can I speak to her?
Yeah, that's
What's
the
her name?
mom.
What's her name?
That's her mom. She don't know. You might have. Okay.
Hello?
Hello, I'm calling to see what's going on. I'm Jasmine Jaleesa's mother. That's my mom's house. What's going on, sir?
Okay. We're trying to find a Jaslyn.
A who?
Jaslyn. Jaselyn. Horn.
There's no Jaslyn Horn there.
Okay, so y'all don't know who that is?
No.
Okay. Well, for some reason, we got an email saying that a Jaslyn Horn was driving your daughter's vehicle. And so we found the vehicle and your daughter in it, and we thought that's who that was.
No, that's my daughter's car.
Yeah, I know. That's why we're confused, and we're trying to sort it all out. But you don't know anybody by that name.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Well, your daughter's out of handcuffs. She's about to be let go. I just wanted to talk to y'all and see if y'all know who that was.
Jasmine Horn was ultimately let go. The Charlotte PD initially cleared the officers of any wrongdoing, claiming that they were acting in good faith with the information that they were provided. However, the Charlotte Mecklenburg Citizens Review Board overturned the ruling and called for another investigation. For our final case today, we end with Zed Atkinson. The March 1st morning incident happened in Boulder while the civilian was tidying up his own yard with a bucket and a tool to pick up trash. Officer John Smiley, a Boulder police officer, was driving around the area confronting Zed Atkinson.
I couldn't help but notice you just sitting on the patio out there.
What's that?
I couldn't help but notice you sitting on the patio behind this building.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's signs for no trespassing, private property, that kind of thing. Yeah, I wasn't sure what you were doing, if you lived here or you worked here.
Yeah,
it looks like you're working, doing something, picking stuff up.
I work here.
Okay, gotcha. What's the actual address then?
33 Arapahoe.
Okay, what unit are you in?
I don't think I have to actually tell you that.
Well, I'm just checking to make sure that you have a right to be here, that's all.
I just told you I lived here.
Okay.
And I told you that I'm working as well.
Okay.
Should that be enough for you?
Well, I gotta verify it, just so I know that you do in fact live here.
What do you need from me?
If you have an ID with your address on it, that'd be great.
Fucking unbelievable, man.
Well, we've had some stuff going on in this area. I'm just doing my job, just making sure you belong here, and if you do, then great, and I'll be on my way.
Yep.
Okay. Do you have anything with your address on it?
Yo, look, man, here, why don't you follow
just
me,
relax.
and I'll just leave the building, dude.
Just chill out, man.
Atkinson tells the officer that he lives in the building, so the trespassing claim is not valid and honestly quite ridiculous. He also provides the officer with a student ID showing that he studies at Naropa University. Atkinson isn't comfortable sharing the exact address, so the officer continues to grill him, asking for further proof.
Dude, this is ridiculous.
I'm just asking you if you have something with your address on it, then that would help me.
No, I don't. How am I supposed to have something with my address on it?
Well, a lot of people have a driver's license.
They just carry something with their address on it?
Yeah, an ID.
It's ridiculous, bro.
Yeah. So, Mr. Atkinson, can I get your date of birth, please?
Why?
I just need to verify who you are, that you belong here, that you have a right to be here, okay?
Atkinson has had enough and starts to walk away, but the officer follows him and even threatens him.
I'm not.
290 Cook 12. Can you please have a seat?
No.
Put that down. Stop. Mr. Atkinson, right now you're obstructing a police officer, which is a jailable offense. I'm asking you one more time to sit down.
I'm not doing anything wrong. And you're not going to arrest me. You're not going to do anything. Because I live here. And I didn't do anything wrong.
Last chance, sir.
For what?
Have a seat.
For what? For what?
Sit
You're
down.
going to arrest a
Right now I'm
person?
detaining you
You're gonna arrest
and
someone?
investigating you for a trespass.
I fucking live here,
Sit down.
Atkinson is standing his ground, ignoring the officer's threat of use of force.
Sit down.
No.
290.
That's who you are. You're a fucking
Have a
idiot.
seat, please.
You're gonna tase me outside of my residence? I hope that
Drop
thing's
that.
on.
Put that down.
I hope the camera's on, sir.
Put that down.
I really do. No, I'm working.
You need to listen to what I'm telling you to do right now.
Despite having no proof that Atkinson has done anything wrong, Officer Smiley calls for backup, citing an uncooperative suspect. He then continues to follow and threaten Atkinson.
We're on the east side of 2333 Folsom. Subject's failing to comply, not sitting down, and he has some kind of a blunt object in his hand.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna follow until my cover gets here. Have a seat.
I'm not sitting
Sit down.
I'm not sitting anywhere.
Sit down. Now.
Why?
Now. Do it now.
Why? Why?
I'm detaining you to investigate.
What? For
Investigated
what?
trespass.
I live here.
You haven't confirmed that. Sit down.
I'm a student.
Sit down and I'll confirm it.
I'm not sitting anywhere.
Sit down now.
No.
Sit down.
No, I'm not sitting down.
Then you're probably gonna get tased in a second.
Why?
Because you have a weapon. Put that
I
down.
have a weapon?
Put it down and comply with my orders.
That's not what you're doing, officer.
Do it.
Better thing, because I got fucking, dude, I could get lawyers, and you have a camera on you.
It's filming right now.
You're an idiot.
Have a seat,
Why would you
please.
think that you could tase me? I'm freaking picking up trash on my property.
I need to confirm it.
Which is where I live.
There's a sign.
I'm not doing anything illegal, and you're not gonna fucking tase me, officer. So
Sit
how do
down.
you think about that? Can't
290, we're now behind.
tase me.
2333 Folsom.
And you're gonna
Subject
get
is
some shit.
still failing to
You're gonna
comply.
get some shit, sir. Not
Sit
me.
down, sir.
No, I'm not sitting anywhere. You're not in control here. This is my property. I live here, not you.
Sit
Not
down
you.
so I
live
can
here.
continue
I
my
feel
investigation.
unsafe because-
Officer Smiley's threats of tasers and arrest are not working. Knowing that Atkinson was doing nothing wrong, this situation has dragged on for much longer than it should have. However, the officer then turns the situation in another direction.
Dangerous object in your hand and you're failing to put it down.
I'm picking up trash.
Put it down.
You're
You're being
shoot me.
detained.
Your hand is on your weapon, and you're gonna shoot me? That's what you're gonna do, officer?
290, we're still behind 2333 Folsom.
For
Subject
picking up
is failing to
trash.
comply.
That's what you're gonna do, officer?
Sit down, sir.
Why don't you use your brain?
I asked you several times.
Use your intelligence. Are you gonna kill me?
Several times I've asked you.
Your hand is on your weapon.
Yes,
I feel
it is.
threatened. That's
I
a
feel
fucking
threatened
gun.
because you're not
That's
putting
a
that
gun.
down. Yes, it is.
I'm picking up trash.
Put it down. I
I'm
told you
picking
many
up
times to
trash,
put it down.
And you're holding a gun.
Put it down.
How do you feel?
Sit down on the ground like
How
I've
do you
told
feel?
you many times
Or
before.
you're gonna shoot me? Or you're gonna shoot me, officer?
If you use that weapon against me,
A weapon.
then yes, that is a
I'm 20 feet
consideration.
from you. I'm minding my
All you have to do
business.
is comply right now.
Throughout this interaction, Atkinson has told the officer multiple times that he lives in the building and that he's doing his job picking up trash. The officer's claim that the suspect is holding a dangerous object is quite ridiculous and can only be interpreted as yet another threat. At this point, Atkinson turns to an occupant of the building and asks him to start recording.
Hey.
Right.
Somebody in 2333, get a camera on this officer. He has a gun in his hand, and he's gonna shoot me. You got a camera, exactly. That's my boy, Zinio, right there. This is my
we're
residence.
just to the east of
You're on my
Backcountry,
property with a gun in your hand.
Sit
threatening
down.
to shoot me because I'm picking up trash. I hope that
Sit
camera's
down.
on fucking camera. Where's your lieutenant?
Just sit down.
The way Atkinson talked to the person inside the building should have been enough evidence for Officer Smiley to end this confrontation. It is quite clear that the man with the camera knows Atkinson and is friends with him. However, the officer just won't let this go and keeps harassing an innocent civilian.
Sit down.
I'm not sitting down.
Look, I don't want this to go any further, but you need to comply with my orders.
I don't have a weapon.
That's a weapon.
This is a bucket.
No, that's a weapon.
This
right there.
is a clamper for picking up garbage, sir.
Put it down. I'm telling you, I'm threatened
It's
by
not a
it.
weapon. You're not threatened. I'm threatened. You have a f***ing gun that kills people. How am I supposed to kill someone
Sit
with
down,
this?
sir.
Dude, no. Keep that.
Sit
that on
down.
camera. He's got his gun in his hand. I'm gonna
Sit
sue
down.
the shit out of you, dude. I go to university here.
Sit down. You're refusing to comply with my orders.
I'm not sitting down.
The backup eventually arrives, and Atkinson starts explaining how he is the one being threatened. Unfortunately for him, the response he gets is quite similar to how he has been treated so far.
He's got a gun.
Sit down.
He's got a gun. On duty doing my work and my job, and this officer comes over here and
Drop the object.
Just relax. Are you serious? Just relax. No, Zinio, look at that. No, I'm not doing anything.
Have a seat.
At this point, Atkinson is surrounded by multiple cops who are telling him to relax even though it's their partner with a gun in his hand. They are doing everything but listening to Atkinson. So the rising frustration of the man just going about his job is very understandable.
Drop it. Drop it.
Why do you all four of them look, dude, all four?
The police are telling you to do something. Do it.
You have a gun in your hand.
Yes, I do, because you're not listening.
You have a f***ing gun
You
in
have
your
a
hand.
weapon.
I don't have a
Drop the
weapon.
weapon. We're not going anywhere. You need to drop it. I haven't confirmed that yet. I told you I'm investigating a trespass.
I fucking live here.
You didn't give me your address.
2333. I live in room 304.
That's the first time. Have a seat.
Threatening me on my property. I live here.
Hey, listen.
I'm a resident
The first thing you
of
need
this
to do is
fucking
drop
property.
that item.
I'm picking up garbage from my door. I go to school here.
Drop it.
What to do? You guys don't have a goddamn right to be doing this to me.
Sit down.
I'm a
and drop
citizen
it.
of this country.
Sit
I
down.
pay my taxes. I am a student, and all of you have weapons drawn, and I
Sit
feel
down.
threatened.
By now, it is obvious that this is Atkinson's home. His friend has even verified his occupation of the building. So it is baffling that the cops still can't understand that the man is doing his job, and even more bizarre that they are creating such a scene when no crime has occurred.
Put your goddamn weapons away.
Right there. Can we talk?
Put your fucking gun away.
Have a seat.
Put your fucking gun away.
Have a seat.
Put your gun away, and I will
I'm not
talk
putting
to
my
you.
gun away.
Then I'm not doing a goddamn thing.
Back up
you
and have a
came onto
seat.
my property with your weapons drawn, threatening me.
Have a seat,
at the
sir.
place that I sleep.
Back up.
How do you feel about that?
Back up.
How do you feel about
Back
that?
up and sit down, please.
Fucking tell me what to do.
There's an argument to be made here that Atkinson can simply follow Officer Smiley's command and sit down to talk with him. But Smiley's orders have no basis. He cannot be ordering around an adult outside of his home.
For what? Weapons drawn. Put your
You need to put that down. I'm not putting my gun
Are you
away.
gonna shoot me? There's cameras everywhere, dude. Are you gonna shoot me?
My plan is not to shoot you.
You said this is a weapon.
It can be used as a
Do you
weapon,
feel like
yes.
this is threatening? Yeah.
Can you put it away? Can you just drop it on the ground? I'll put my gun
You're
down.
on my property. No, set it down.
If you put that down, I'll put my gun away.
Why?
I told you why, because it can be used as a weapon.
Used as a weapon.
Right.
You're a jackass.
There you go, that's all I need.
Put your fucking gun away.
Yep, you got it.
Yeah.
Okay, could you have a seat over here? Now we can talk?
I'm not sitting. You can sit.
It's obvious that the cop is on a power trip and has made multiple efforts to paint Atkinson's tools as a weapon that he feels threatened by. It is understandable that a man going about his day finds the officer's orders humiliating, so he does not want to sit down and be treated like a criminal. Thankfully, at this point, one of the cops gained access to the building and confirmed what had been quite obvious for some time.
What? Okay, these nice people here told me that you are a resident. Oh, wow. So
What a fucking surprise.
that's what we were trying to find out, okay?
What a fucking surprise. I gave him my ID.
Okay.
And then he started taking down fucking information, telling me this, that, and the other thing. And then I walk away, and he pulls his taser out on me.
So, Zed, I'm listening to you, and I just appreciate it. So, Zed, if you were willing to sit down, this would bring everything down a little bit.
I do not feel comfortable sitting down around a bunch of murderers.
Okay. So, Zed,
This guy was ready to kill me, sir.
okay, so Zed,
Zed Atkinson then recounts to the officers how their partner unnecessarily harassed him and wasted the department's time and resources.
He knew who I was. I said my name was Zed Atkinson. I gave him my ID. He asked me what the address was. I said 2333. I said, let me walk up to the door and beat myself into the building. And he refused to let me walk to my house.
okay, Zed,
I live here. You were ready to shoot me down. And you didn't know a goddamn thing. You're wasting all our resources.
I didn't even point my gun
You're
at you,
wasting
sir.
all our resources. There's people out there actually committing crimes.
Like, can I
How do
tell
you
you
feel?
something? Can I tell you something?
How do you feel? You're ready to jump out of your skin because you know you made a dumb mistake today.
Can I tell you something?
No, I don't want to hear it. I
Okay,
want you to get
why
off.
don't you?
Zed Atkinson's ordeal lasted for about 22 minutes, after which the cops finally decided to leave him alone. He was not charged with a crime, but the behavior of the officers came under immense public scrutiny once the video of the incident went viral. An internal investigation found that Officer Smiley violated 2 department policies but could not substantiate claims of racial profiling. Smiley resigned before the investigation concluded, and the city of Boulder offered Zed a $125,000 settlement. These were some instances of cops arresting the wrong person, but did they receive the right punishment? Comment your thoughts below and make sure you subscribe to Deadly Details for more videos on the world of policing and true crime.